Michael McCrudden, how are things going on Inform Overload?
Things are going fantastic, as always. I get really excited. I get to reach out to some of these people that we talk about.
Hey, have you noticed, by the way? Sorry to completely interrupt you.
It's fine.
That was so rude of me.
It's okay.
Because one of the things you've been coming in on very consistently around this time, 5:20ish and everything, it's lighter outside.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
As cold and as miserable as this winter is, because we've had to have a light on you while filming, but it's actually, the sun is rising in the air. Yes, we're getting...
You feel the energy off that?
I'm fucking crazy hyper today. But we also have Stephen Ryan coming in 5 minutes. That makes me happy because he's today's latest, greatest YouTube sensation.
That's amazing.
600,000 hits on that video in a day alone.
I love it. I'm going to talk about it tomorrow for sure.
This is your world. So hang out when he comes in. But what's going on in your world?
Well, this week it's all about girls behaving badly. And it makes me a happy man because I get to touch base with some of these people. Nikki Benz, I got to meet her at a nightclub. And it's all because I'm talking on YouTube, right?
Nice.
So right now there's some girls doing some terrible things. And I love it.
Yeah, Nikki is awesome. She's one of our great buds. What's she doing? Is she getting involved in the YouTube world?
Well, she did with the when she was running for Toronto mayor. They obviously used YouTube to just blow out a huge message and turn the sexuality into a fun campaign and whatnot. Right now she's on holidays, from what I can tell from Instagram and Twitter.
I mean, you're a porn star. I figure like you're kind of always on holidays. Let's be honest. You're making, and I love them all. And I love Nikki. Yeah. She's become a good friend. Oh my God, I got an email from Caden Cross yesterday. Yeah, Caden Cross was like, hey, if you're ever in L.A., Manuel Ferreira and I, who's the man.
He's the man.
McCrudden's a bit of a fucking YouTube porn nub.
No, I'm not even excited about Caden Cross. I was here at the studio and I was like, oh my God, she's with Manuel. I actually just go to watch his videos on how
he's the king. Him and 8 girls, he's the champ. He's unbelievable.
The best.
But anyway, she's like, you and your wife, when you're out, like we all want to hang out together. And I'm like, and then she's like, if you ever do the show in LA again, we'll come on. Just really funny. This whole world. They're the nice porn stars are the nicest people in the world.
Absolutely.
But let's be honest, always on vacation. So there's women. What's going on with Sara X?
Sara X, yeah. So we all know her. She's the boob twerker,
dude.
Mozart. She started off with that, and I think it was just a fluke thing where she decided she could flex those implants so well. She'd do it to some music that she loved, and the world ate it up. And she's becoming like a YouTube phenomenon.
She is huge. She gets over 700,000 hits. She's got 22 million hits on some. Here she is.
Aerial Fitness in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I'm about to try aerial silks for the very first time.
So now she's just doing she is very sexy. I mean, this girl's body is believable. Like, it is wild.
So this is probably
covered in tattoos, like that edgy look. She's a really sweet girl as well. Like, there's so many layers to her. I really enjoy her.
Very sweet. And now it's amazing where this world has become and what we do to get noticed and how popular and successful and how much you can monetize this sort of stuff. She's just now jumping on a bunch of ropes and doing flips. Let's be honest. That's all she's doing.
Yeah.
And of course, the one video you should go and check her out for, 37 million hits is her just moving her boobs to Mozart, and then another 22 million hits on one doing a very Sara Xmas video. That much attention is unbelievable. Can we speak with her?
I have her phone number right here.
Wow.
And she's prepared for us to call her.
Brody, why don't you do it?
I've been telling her all about you boys. I'm telling her everyone in Toronto
we're going to be on with the
her.
one and only Sara X.
Absolutely.
Do you know what her YouTube handle is, Michael McCrudden?
Sara X Mills, I would have to assume. I know she goes by Sara on the internet, on Twitter and Instagram. I believe the YouTube would be Sara X Mills.
All right. Well, Brody is calling her right now. This is the lady. You might remember. This I'll describe it as I'm watching it. It's just her doing Mozart, moving her boobs, and it's unbelievable.
Hi, Sarah there.
She just walks out and was so polite. I've never heard him that polite in my life.
Jason from
Look how nice he is. Do you hear that?
Hey, how's it going?
She comes on the video. She just takes off her coat.
We're going to put you on there, okay?
We're doing this live. We'll play this in the background. And you can visualize her moving her boobies. I believe she's on the phone. It's with great pleasure that Michael McCrudden from Inform Overload has hooked this up, and we thank him very much for doing so.
I'm so excited.
And it's wild watching her right now do some wonderful things with the great chest area that she has.
Oh my gosh.
She's on the phone. In LA? In LA?
She's in LA. Are you in LA, Sarah?
Sara X Mills,
Woo!
everyone. How you doing, Sarah?
I am great. How are you guys?
Well, we are very grateful for the fact that you gave us your time right now. What's the weather like? Why don't you rub it in?
It's beautiful. I'm in like a tank top and I've got all my windows open. It's sunny outside.
I'm wearing 2 parkas, Sarah.
Yeah, it is brutal here in Toronto, Canada. It is -20. Freeze your balls off.
Jay's got to wear a
That
few
is-
extra layers for the Viagra he took this weekend.
Jeez.
It's pretty miserable.
So, Sarah, can we just sort of delve into one day you start a YouTube channel, and how do you decide the most popular video you've done, one that probably definitely puts you on the world map, this Mozart moving your boobs to it? Where do you come up with this idea?
I was writing viral news stories up for several companies, and I realized there was no one who was moving their boobs. I'd seen all the twerking and the 3-boob lady, and I'd written those stories up, and I was like, well, maybe I should make something that capitalizes on this boob moving. And I had a YouTube channel. I wasn't sure how monetizing it worked. I knew I needed a royalty-free song, so that was how I ended up with Mozart. It was the first one I found.
Wow.
It was truly a 70-some-year-old recording, and it was free.
Brilliant.
I deleted all of my old videos that had any sort of copywritten music on it because I was like, I don't know if I can monetize my channel.
Smart.
And I uploaded it, and within, I want to say, a day, I had 100,000 or 1 million or something. It was crazy.
My goodness. And did you ever, and this is the world you worked in, so you understood it. Did you ever think you would get to 37 million views?
I definitely did not. I thought maybe I would get to 250,000, and I was like, well, if I get 250,000, then maybe I can make a little bit of money. So, yeah, when it hit 1 million, I was like, whoa, that's crazy.
Do you mind? A lot of people don't really disclose this stuff, but I mean, have you done quite well now from this channel, Sara X Mills on YouTube?
I have done pretty well. I have paid up all of my bills and my rent for several months, we'll say, and any debt that I had, I don't have anymore.
Good for you.
And I've noticed, I'm not the one who's just watched the twerking video. I've watched every video you've put out as of recent. You've moved to LA now. Is your life changing because of YouTube?
Partially, yes. I'm outside of LA, so I'm closer to everything that's going on, but I'm not right in the middle of it. I am close to the beach, which is really nice. I was in the middle of the desert, and that was depressing.
What's nice is for the people, Sarah, who go and are on the beach while you're on it too. That's also nice.
I'm sure they're happy to have you.
How old are you, Sarah?
I am older than most people think that I am. It's out there. I guess I can say it. I usually try not to say. I'm 28.
86. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, I never understood why age for matters for women. I think most guys, especially as we get older, we just really truly appreciate aging in women because it usually means that they're easier just to kind of have great conversations with. No, honestly, because when they're so hot and so young, every person in the world wants them, and it's like, oh God, I don't stand a chance here. And when you get older, we all sort of look at people differently and like them from within, not just what they display without. And you, although your displaying is very awesome, thank you. So, Sara Mills. So I have to ask you about your tattoos. How many do you have?
I don't think that you really count them with a number anymore.
Okay, dumb question. Sorry.
Percentage, 40% of my body or something is probably covered, and I'm working on. I'm going Tuesday for another appointment. I can finally finish my left arm, which a lot of my fans complain about. They're like, I hate your tattoo on your left arm. You need to finish it. It looks incomplete. I'm like, well, you can pay for it, and I'll do it really fast if somebody pays for it.
Have you had things like that where people are sending you gifts, like Amazon wish list, or people that are actually want to pay for your tattoos? Has that happened?
I've had some. A lot of people want something out of it, and they're like, "Oh, I want to buy you this," and I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." And then they'll say, "Okay, well, but I want to talk to you on the phone or whatever." I have a girl who runs my Facebook mail for me, and she responds to people who deal with stuff like that. She'll say, "Oh, there's this guy that wants to buy you stuff," and I'm like, "That's cool. Here's my Amazon wish list." And he's like, "Oh, but I want to talk to her on the phone. If I'm going to do this, I need her phone number and stuff." And it's like, "Yeah, I'm not. No."
What's an Amazon wish list?
Sarah, do you want to explain?
What is an Amazon wish list?
Yeah, I'm not in the YouTube world, so I mean, I just yeah.
It's something like models. All sorts of babes are doing this thing. There's a lot of admirers out there, and they're always connecting with you guys. And then if they really want to pay it forward, you're like, this is the list of stuff I want. And then what? Do you take a photo and show them yourself in it? I don't.
Sometimes a lot of the stuff that's on my wish list is stuff that I want to use in photo shoots or on my YouTube videos. So, it's kind of like if you get it, then you'll see it eventually, I've had stuff sent to me anonymously, and I have no idea who even did it. So I hope that they enjoy seeing this stuff as I use it in my videos and photo shoots.
What Sarah X, might I ask, is the creepiest thing anyone sent you? Because you know there's a dildo somewhere in there.
I've never known. It has to be stuff that's on the wish list.
Oh, I see. So okay, so what are things on your wish list?
I don't even know. Honestly, sometimes I put stuff on my wish list as like a placeholder to remind myself to go back, and then I send it to someone, and I'm embarrassed because it's like, a screwdriver set or something that I wanted for my house. And for these people looking at my sexy wish list, they're like, "What? No, I'm not buying you the screwdriver set." So.
Wow, what a world, Brody.
Sarah, I'm a huge fan of Mozart and breasts. I have a question for you. When did you realize you had such good control? Like, how did you learn to do that? It's like kind of quite a talent. Well, how did you figure that out?
So I used to be like a go-go dancer and stuff, and I could do that. I'd seen other girls with implants do it. And before I had implants, I figured out I could do it, but it didn't look as intense. After I got implants and I healed, I started doing it, and I was like, haha, yay, this is what I've seen for so many years, and it looks ridiculous.
Mesmerizing.
The harder I flex them, the crazier they look. So.
Now, and Sarah, are there some who are are people kind of tough on you a little bit, going, well, you're just making a living showing your unbelievable body, and what other talent is there? Do you ever hear that?
Oh, of course, all the time. And people say that I have no brain and whatever, and I'm like, yeah, if I had no brain, do you think that I would have been able to put together a video that got 37 million views on it? And monetize it? I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there are people who have done that, but
it's great. No, listen, I'm really happy for you. You're doing so well. You're having fun with it, and why not? In this world of YouTube and whatever's online, it's not like you're going and hunting bears and taking pictures of their heads because you think that's cool. Like, you're just having some fun. You're snorkeling, you're moving your boobs, and people are watching this stuff, and you're making money. And in this day and age, it's not easy to make money, especially out in the world you're in. There's so many entertainers, so many performers. But are people actually ultimately come up to you and said, Sarah X, we want you to do porn?
Oh, so all the time. I've been approached by companies that do produce porn, big name companies, and I have fans tell me all the time, like, oh, you're going to do porn, which is always my favorite. Like, it's an eventuality, which I don't agree with, because if every chick who ever ran around in a bikini on the internet did porn, there would be no porn industry. It would just collapse from oversaturation. But yeah, I get that a lot.
Did Stephen Hurst, the guy of Vivid, did he personally approach you? I can only imagine he wants to turn this into one of those reality TV sex tapes. You already have a name out there.
Yeah, I've been approached by, I think, Vivid, and then there were a couple of other ones. I actually spoke to someone when I was in Miami many years ago. I was an extra in a porn. So I was like in a club where they were pretending like it was a bunch of people clubbing, and then they were filming porn around me, and it was for Bang Brothers.
No way. Was that weird watching so many people have sex around you?
It was cool. Like, I don't mind porn.
Nice.
I don't want to be an actual participant in it. But after that, I was approached with a contract like, hey, we really like your look and whatever. And I said, no, thank you. And they gave me a really big number. They told me that they could give me a lot. And I said, that's just not my thing. I did this one thing. It's off my bucket list. I've been there on a porn set, and I'll probably pass on ever doing that again, much less as a participant.
Did you say fuck it list or bucket? What, I didn't hear that right. Was that bucket list, right?
I believe I said bucket list, but I guess either one works.
It could be. Now, Sarah, on the other end of the spectrum, have you had some mainstream media come up to you and said, we want to put you in a role of the next Scream or whatever it may be? Is there an opportunity for you to do some real acting?
I haven't really been seriously approached about stuff like that. I've been approached by some independent filmmakers, but nothing incredibly mainstream. I would be open to it, of course. I think I would be great in Scary Movie. Are they still doing that? Is that still a thing?
I'm sure there'll be a Scream 17, so it's something to bang.
On the phone with Sarah X Mills and, of course, Michael McCrudden from Inform Overload hooked this all up, so he's here. You'll hear his voice. Thank you to him for doing that. Sarah, not only has it changed for you financially, obviously, and you're monetizing it very well, and we're happy for you, are people recognizing you like they've never recognized you before?
Oh, yes, absolutely. I really try not to leave my house without at least a little bit of makeup on now, because the last time I did that, I looked like a hose beast, and I went to the grocery store. I was like, I'm just running to the grocery store real quick. It'll be fine. somebody came up to me and was like, "Oh, hey, I really loved your video. It was so great." I'm like, "Oh my God." And people ask me for pictures a lot too, so I always have to try to look like a human being when I leave my house. There's no like sweatpants and, whatever for me anymore.
Have you had like the TMZs come at you? And I would just imagine everyone's knocking on your door trying to find out more about you because honestly, let's be honest, you are very famous for moving your boobs.
Which is, it's so strange. Yeah, I've had lots of people approach me for interviews and stuff like that, and I've gotten to travel the world a little bit. I was on TV in Japan and in Italy, which was really great. Of course, I've done some Skype interviews more internationally than I've traveled, and I believe I have a trip possibly coming up to Germany. I know that right now there's a German radio station that's running a contest where you have to guess what song it is that I'm moving my boobs to.
We gotta steal that. We got to steal the Germans contest and do something very similar. Sara, have you done something like, what would you say other than this interview is your favorite or biggest or best? Have you been on Stern, Fallon, any of those?
I have not. No, I haven't. I've kind of kept to myself as far as that stuff goes. I'm a little bit afraid to talk to Howard Stern because I'm pretty sure that he would just be a jerk. It's something I did for fun, and I don't want somebody to try to tear me down for it. I did do one interview where the guy put me on mute after the phone interview was over, and he's like, "Oh yeah, tattoos and former stripper daddy issues." I'm like, really? I was nice enough to give you an interview, and you're going to talk about how I supposedly have daddy issues.
I'm happy you said that. And, the truth is we have a program here and we're a bunch of horn dogs in this room. And we're guys who are juvenile and love to have fun and some locker room humor once in a while. But the truth is we always are inspired by people who go out, do something, take a chance and make a living by doing it. And we would never knock you down that way. And honestly, how couldn't you knock someone down who is so beautiful and is just having fun and is kind of self-deprecating and lighthearted? You can tell in your Santa video. You're just going out there, joking around, doing the thing, shaking your boobs. It was the best way to celebrate Christmas. It was a very white Christmas for many people.
And it's been fantastic watching you evolve. It's been what's going on? What's next with you, Sara? I want to know what you got planned for the future.
So I do have a Valentine's video coming out. I'm working on that right now. I don't have internet at the moment, so there isn't so much I can do.
And not good in the
getting it
business
out there
plan
for you guys.
No.
I know. I'm really upset with my internet service provider, but I have a Valentine's video coming out. It should be kind of funny. It might be, I don't know, kind of weird. Of course, there's boobs in it, and then I have a tattoo tour video. Everyone's asking me about what was your first tattoo, what's your favorite tattoo, what do your tattoos mean? So I'm putting together a video to explain all of that. It's probably the most asked questions that I get is about my tattoos. So I really want to put something out there for the fans and explain what all of them are and what they mean.
Well, very kind of you to open up to your fans and to get a little personal as opposed to just showing us your wonderful aesthetics. Sara X Mills, go and subscribe to her channel. I'm sure you've seen her for sure. I know every one of my friends has, most definitely. And are you on the Twitter machine and Facebook as well?
I am on the Twitter machine. It's facebook.com/Sara on the internet. That's SARA on the internet. And then it's Internet Sara on Twitter.
Excellent. And if you ever plan on coming into Canada, more specifically Toronto, where we broadcast from, two things. One, make sure you do it in the summertime so you can wear some of these bikinis and stuff. And two, please come on the show live. We'd love to talk to you again. Maybe we can even do a Skype thing that we can simulcast somehow and get out there and have some fun with you and just continue to help promote you. And if you wouldn't mind, obviously, the more you do with us, it helps us as well. So we can't thank you enough.
Great. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to have been able to talk with you guys today.
Thank you very much. And is it true you did the whole interview just like you were just every time you talk to you, do you move the boobs in that motion too? Like a puppet?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Thank you, Sara. Thanks for letting us have some fun with you.
All right. Thank you.
Talk to you soon.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye. Sara X Mills, go and follow her. Michael McCrudden, thank you for doing that. Why don't you stick around, hang back. Inform Overload is your channel. You're getting, in the 50s, 60s, 70s of thousands of hits when we do this stuff now. Yeah. So thank you to you so much for helping grow our platform. We're having a lot of fun. That's a huge get, dude. Thank you for having Sara X Mills. Stick around, though, because we have another YouTube sensation coming on the program. Beautiful. This guy is brand new, Stephen Ryan. He was the one who did this Leaf parody to Say Something. It's called Do Something. He is live in in studio. He drove in today. It's all going down. We're going to have him up in 2 minutes right after this.